Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he's going to run it back. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors.
Sorry.
The give to the back. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the...
The freshman able to get home with the sack. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited. So,
oh, look out!
Whoop. Get in there,
20. Touchdown, Aggies! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
See my D-line plays as well as we did last year.
On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Discards a man. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wide receiver shows motion. Now they're going to throw it. Using the quick game. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chain. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, they knock it free. And the defense jumps
Yeah,
on it.
baby.
They get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking off. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Looking for a man, it's Sampson. Coming after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Fires to the wideout.
Got hit by my own
This is
guy.
going to be incomplete on third.
I got it.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their looks there.
freaking
Third
Patty
and long
White.
in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I'll come back to it.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running
We'll come
room,
back
but
to
not
that one.
much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Wants to throw on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It should have been a touchdown.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Caught close to the marker. It's Stark. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
A nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Out of the gun. The running back has it. Running with power. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Complete to the left. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route.
Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Should have had that out.
That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. The offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between them. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Looking for a punt.
A first down for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they will score!
Okay.
Touchdown, Clemson!
It was my fault. Shit, BSing around, dog.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're just about ready to kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Firing to the right, complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
He's going to pass. With the catch, it's Tuggle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Sampson. Looking left. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And that's a really difficult route to handle if you can get a big fella working the outside in the corner like that.
No doubt, because he runs upfield first and then makes a beeline towards the sideline. So whether it's man or zone, you can throw that football away from the defender and make some big plays.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They'll run the screen. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll give it to the back. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, after talking to him this week, I know this guy was excited to build off the momentum from last week when he scored 2 touchdowns. You can just see him here close to the end zone. He's trying to snip his way in. He's so good at finding the creases when they get down tight to the goal line.
Trying to pound it in. And they swarm it under.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
On 4th and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Pushes ahead. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking for room. It's Wilkerson. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the 2nd level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
See that.
Line gets set, 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He finds his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the gun, the ground game. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
1st down, you know you always want to
What up,
establish
Yak?
a running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running
nice.
back
Little
who's
easy.
very, very
Get that
dangerous. And the
burning.
defense did a good job getting him down there.
Nice.
But they got to do a great job gang tackling.
Yeah,
This is a
big
guy that
game.
can break tackles and turn those types of plays
Sure.
into home runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
Oh,
Complete to
come
right.
on.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. To the ground with the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Freaking frustrating.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive
It's
play
pretty
waiting to
intaking.
happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Running to the left. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out quickly. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes the field goal unit.
Yeah.
Absolute shame. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast.
This kicker
Bad miss by the kicker.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late?
Oh, my
Now it's picked off.
No.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to get to it. Escapes the sack. He'll throw one to his right. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they come up with a
Wow.
big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
I need two drives back from that.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
2 drives. And I'm not going to get it back.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, and we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
On second down, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw 1 pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
On third down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Oh.
And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go.
Take off before I had it.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. To the air, it's Sampson. Got his man in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
Spin move a little bit.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right?
See him in that slot defender
Keep slipping
right
those
there.
runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
I didn't see the middle guy. I didn't see the middle safety. Blended in.
And the offense
Freak.
makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I never found that ball. Fudge.
And now
Let's
the
see him.
offense will come onto the field again. Looking for room. It's Stark. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it again. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Maybe.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Pocket starts to collapse.
Oh.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they
playing me in this game, dog.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
No.
35, he's loose. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the 3rd. To the air, it's Sampson. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Unloads quickly. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
It's complete. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmicks, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Trying the left side. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Back to throw, it's Sampson. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off.
Effing this.
Bust through behind his pad. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Dumb. Just dumb.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that.
Sick.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this
17
period.
points out on this field right now.
Hands it off. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Right back to it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job on defense there against the power play, plugging up the middle of the field, forcing the ball carrier to try to get to the outside, but they used their speed and tackled him for a loss.
Punch it out.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Sampson. And that is his
gone, man.
interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this
Make
game.
the quarterback
It's been a day
change.
with not a
Make
lot
it.
of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Leaves it with the back.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can get 5 first downs together, we're looking really good.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws for the tight end. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. He'll finally
He is
go
not
out
going
of
to cut
bounds,
back.
but he
He's
was
always
showing
one of
off
those
all the
things.
skills after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll use the running game on first and
See,
goal.
he's never gonna cut the shit.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
And he got it right to the doorstep before he was knocked out of bounds at the 1.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Lining up to
So
cover the kick after that
at least
touchdown
20
drive.
points I get on the
Going for the return. That
Really?
gamble did
46?
not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese.
Damn.
It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
They'll go to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Utah State up-tempo. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snagged in the middle, it's Maddox. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. To the air, it's Sampson. Moving out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Utah State.
Utah State, number 84, with the catch in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 21 over Virginia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got room at the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge the defense brings it to an end.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly.
Oh, come on.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here, and you're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the
Son
catch,
of a
he's got enough.
bitch, man.
And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Inside the 25. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. And it's a fumble after that huge gain.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Open space at the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, They're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Here on third down for this offense. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Like worse than I picked up again. We were right. played against. Nope, our season's a wrap.